was pretty good.
Why'd you slam the table though? I probably caught it on the mic.
Alright, redo.
That's fine.
No, that's fine. It's
Well,
fine.
Hey,
We just need that 1 second. We just need that 1 second.
There you go. Alright, that works.
Well, we'll see. You fucker. I saw that.
Alright, big cheers.
Cheers.
Big cheers to the podcast.
Cheers.
Let's go.
Cast. And to you guys for watching. Thank you.
That was so gross.
What's
I
up?
discussed
Oh,
that.
sorry. What's up, bitches and bros and non-binary hoes? Happy holidays and seasons drinkings. This is Drunk Talks and Empty Thoughts. Again, I'm your host, Pinoy Boy. And with me is my co-host, Mexican Man.
Mexican man. That's what you're doing.
And with us
Okay,
are
okay.
good friends of the show, Cedric Claus and his little elf,
He's a crust.
Glizzy Warrior. So, in light of the holiday season, it's a time for joy. It's a time for family, friends, whatever you fucking say. And also, light of the winter season, it's also cuffing season. Who best to talk about cuffing or dating in general than four single guys in one room? That's right. We're talking about red flags again today. Y'all liked it from the last episode, and we're going to be doing it again. Today, we're going to be talking about... I just said all of that right now, but before any of that, how would you guys describe the dating scene here in the Bay Area? Just a quick question.
You mean like recently or like in general?
In general, like I said, we're all a bunch of single guys here, ready to fuck each other.
So I'm newly single, right? So I haven't been in the dating scene for like a couple of years now, or like 3 years now. But when I was in it and when I'm starting, I guess I'm not really looking for anything right now, but it's weird, bro. People are just weird. Everything's internet based.
Like people are specific, you know, like they're looking for something specific
Yeah.
most of the time.
I'm pretty much newly single. Just like my boy Keny here.
Mad respect.
Welcome us back, please. Welcome us back. It's been tough, the transition.
But
6 months.
Dang.
Thanks, man. I mean,
Jesus
I'm
Christ!
1 month.
yeah. Anyways,
I've been
who's
I've
counting?
been a year.
Who's counting, right?
I've been a year.
Cedric's counting.
He's like he has the tally marks ready, like on his wall.
Tomorrow
Yeah.
you see like
They're just like fucking scratched in.
Right. This many days.
Yeah. No, this is from what I've seen outside of myself, like experienced like through just seeing like living through other people's experiences, you know, seeing other like the homies living their single lives, you know.
But now you're in it, and how do you?
I'm in it, right? But I'm just gonna go based off of, like my experience through my friends and from what I've seen, because like I don't really have much to go based off my 6 months, right? It's pretty crazy. It's
so called new.
whatever. Some next time just don't mention it. No one asked, bro. No, it's alright. It's all love. It's crazy, you know, but it could be like crazy good, crazy bad. It's just really up to you, you know. Like I've seen moments where like people be tripping about like, hey, like, you know, what is this? What are we doing? And it's just like, well, you know, don't get it twisted. Like it is what it is, you know. But like there wouldn't be none of that bullshit if you were just like honest from the get go. And that's where I see it. Like that's I feel like that's dating successfully. You know, you want to date successfully, just be honest. You know, be straight up. You know, I know a lot of people just want to fuck. You know, and there are those who want something real. You know, and then you just be honest. You're gonna eventually get what you want. You know. Fuck around, have fun, or be cuffed, you know?
You could also definitely get like people who think they know what they want.
That is true, you know.
And that's where it definitely gets twisted.
Yeah, I feel like people like that with who aren't sure, like end up getting played a lot, you know? But it's kind of like, right? Like, if you're unsure about yourself or about what you want, you know, it's like take a step back and figure it out first. I feel.
Yeah,
You know?
it's also like about timing. Some people like don't even know what they want until like they get to a certain point. Like they could be like full into like getting ready to date,
That's
and
true.
then like once they actually get into it, they're just like, oh, I'm scared. I'm not ready for this. Once they
Yeah.
actually get into
Yeah,
it,
you know, people like
And-
dating can be intimidating and a bit frightful at times, and that's fine. You know, like just like with other things, you just gotta do it. Just gotta like push through and at least try. And if you feel like you're overwhelmed, and that's when you like take a break.
yeah.
But like dating can, it can go really well as long as you're doing it right. That's my only advice. Like, if you know what you want and you're doing it right by not hurting anybody and being honest to yourself and to those you're seeking, then it's good. Yeah. It's simple. It's really simple. It's one of those concepts where it's like it's really simple, but people like tend to overthink and like,
They like to
what's the
overcomplicate
phrase?
things.
Beat around the bush.
Yep,
Or-
definitely.
Yeah, that's just like from what I've seen and experienced through other people.
What do you got to say about that?
No, I mean, I think I agree. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people, including me, especially like a lot more in the past, like when they would ask me that kind of stuff, I would just be like, yeah, like you don't like say anything, and then it just leaves it in this weird state.
Yeah.
But I feel like now I'm a lot more straightforward. And I'm just like, oh, this is what's happening, and it's like what he said. If they're down for it, they're down for it. If they're not, they're not.
Someone's eventually gonna bite.
Eventually, not even bite, but like somebody's gonna be willing in the same situation, and then you're both gonna be happy instead of like wondering like, oh, like what the fuck is happening,
Yeah.
I definitely need to be a little bit more forward with my intentions.
Yeah, because a lot of people like they don't. I mean, they may come across sometimes like not knowing what they want, but maybe that's not the thing. Sometimes it's just like that person wants the other person to like take the lead, take the reins. Like we'll do whatever you say, and I'll follow, and it works. There are people like that too.
Yeah,
there are people who like grab that shit by the horns, and those who will take it and follow it, gladly.
It's like definitely people definitely making into like kind of like a game around here.
Well, I mean, dating is kind of a game if you think about it. Just play it right. Don't cheat. There ain't no cheat codes. Or if you think there are, then you're doing it wrong.
I agree.
Yeah.
I feel like another one of the biggest issues when it comes to dating is like unrealistic expectations.
Oh,
I feel
definitely.
like a lot of people have like just completely fucking lost their mind with what it is that somebody should be.
Like they're delusional.
With what a partner should and should not be. Like, dude, you have to be real with yourself.
But you know what's crazy? There's 8 billion people now on this planet. Someone's gonna fall into that, and it's gonna fit their category.
No,
so,
of
like,
course,
to think
100%.
that like it's maybe you might think it's like unreal or unrealistic, but to someone else it's like, oh, that's ideal. I want that. I need
definitely, I agree with that. Right? Obviously, there's somebody.
Yeah.
There will always be somebody who is willing to do whatever the fuck it is that you want in your relationship. Who will care for you, but you have to be realistic in where you're looking for it. Like for example, right? I'm not gonna say no names or nothing, but like growing up, I felt like a lot of my relationships have been like girls been like, oh yeah, well you're a guy, so you have to like provide, do they like very stereotypical.
Oh, like very old school.
Like super old school. Like, yeah, you gotta give me flowers every month. You gotta give me this. Like, bitch, I'm in high school. I'm not high school. I was in high school, but I'm like in school. I got work. I got like all these other like things. Like, can I be set in who I am as a person first before I start providing all of that? But they're not willing to wait for the outcome.
Yeah.
They just want that now. And it's just like, that's just unrealistic.
And sometimes when they do get the outcome, it's not what they really think it to be. And then that's where their expectations become, like broken, and that's when they're just like, oh, I thought I wanted it this way, but it turns out that's not what I
like
wanted.
when they finally have it, it's like, oh
shit.
Yeah.
It's like
it wasn't as like fulfilling as they imagined it to
some
be.
people like really like the chase, like, but once they get it, they're just like, now I'm here, but I don't know what to
What's so funny,
do.
Cedric?
And what I
You
really
like the chase, Cedric?
I like to know what's so funny, Cedric.
Cedric, do you like the chase, Cedric?
Yeah, I enjoy the chase. Everybody enjoys the chase.
Share it to the
Every
cats.
once Now and then. Nah, that's all there is to it. I feel like as guys, like we all like to chase it. Like,
Oh
just
yeah,
a little
chase
bit,
is
like-
definitely
Yeah.
fun.
I don't like the chase. I enjoy the catch though. Like, I dislike everything up until
He
the
wants
point.
it easy.
Yeah.
But it's like the
He
suspense.
wants it easy. He
like
said.
the
Nah.
chase makes the catch all that more rewarding. You
Yeah,
know?
I like
That's
the
the
chase, bro, but I got low stamina. I can't run. You know, like. So you know what I
Hey,
mean?
Honestly, though,
Like-
I'm gonna drive you up for honesty, man. Because sometimes people like shit, dude, like out of breath.
You seen me at fucking like those fucking emo nights, bro. Like I need a second to breathe. Sometimes.
I
See
I'd
me at
say you
emo
do pretty
nights.
well out there, bro. Like, yeah, I think you give yourself. You
Don't give yourself.
Oh,
enough
you
credit.
you're underrate yourself. You don't give yourself enough props.
I
Yeah.
definitely don't. I definitely don't.
That's like a while. That's like a while. My bad.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
I'm inebriated right now.
I definitely don't, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, but I mean, like, yeah, the hunt. Good shit.
That sounds so
we're
like,
gonna go primal here.
All right, Craven.
I was thinking more predator, but like
That's still not good. That's still not.
That's
good.
way worse.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I'm going on the horror.
I was thinking more Predator. I'm like, all right, Chris Hansen, where you at?
Yeah, but Craven is definitely a lot better reference. No, yeah, I agree. Like, like when you find someone you really like and you're really like attracted to, that chase could be fun sometimes.
All right, so then, all right, I have a question for you guys then, because I've already admitted that I prefer the catch, and then once I like get what I want, I'm just kind of like, okay, whatever, right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say like immediately, but I feel like over time I'm more predisposition to that, predisposed. Thank you.
I
Predisposed to
mean,
that.
maybe.
No,
maybe
you're right.
you
No,
might-
you're
your
right.
word was
No,
right.
you're right. Right? I'm more
Find out.
predisposed to that.
You fact check us.
Can I get a fact check?
For people who are inebriated, this is like the most polite conversation we've had this entire fucking podcast.
Yeah.
It's homies, huh?
Dude,
Yeah.
I mean, as it should be.
Yeah, literally.
You
But-
remember the last podcast?
But
Wait
was
until
it
we
bad?
get toxic. Yeah, we got.
I actually don't. I don't
You
remember.
We
it? With
I started yelling at people.
Oh yeah, no, I remember that.
Are we getting toxic?
All right.
All right, but as I was saying, so me personally, right? I'm more predisposed to once it is that I get whatever it is that I want. After a certain amount of time, like the adrenaline or whatever wears off. So
Sorry.
you guys personally, like, what is it that you guys just like once you guys get it, you guys are just like juice the entire time forever?
I was thinking of a
no, but I mean, like that is a chase. Like that's the thing. It's like you got
chase was
it.
accomplished. Like you catch.
That's why the adrenaline wore off because
Yeah.
you weren't chasing anymore.
Okay, so you guys feel the same way that I do.
Yeah, I felt that. I felt
in
that
a certain
before.
way, yeah. Like,
Also, I was
Like,
sorry.
if
Go ahead. You finish.
like, I guess the relationship doesn't go any further, it doesn't grow into something else, like, then it's like, okay, well, clearly, like, pretty much sex is the height of the relationship. Like, this is as far as it's gonna go, then, like, of course, like, then it wears off. But if it's something real, and it grows into something more,
Then that's
it's
what
like,
makes it. That's what keeps it more.
yeah,
fresh.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then it's
I
like,
agree, 100%.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to mention is what I was laughing about earlier was when you were talking about like predisposed, like once you get your shit, like you're juiced out. I was thinking about that one clip in Toy Story where Andy just drops Woody.
I don't want to play with you.
Yeah, that's what.
That was what was playing in my head. I was like,
And
ironically, for me, a little bit, that's low key kind of how it is, and that's just
I
Kinda
think
how
that's
it
like
is
I
over
think
here.
you could clip that. You could clip that for every person who's like experienced it. Like I think we all feel that same way. Whoever you are,
I don't want to play
You know.
with you anymore.
the satisfaction is
Just
all
fucking
gone.
Photoshop like one of our faces onto like the toy, Woody's face.
I mean, either you've been on like the one being dropped or like the one dropping. Like
that's real. That's big real.
yeah. But I think we've all been there on both sides.
Kind of. I don't think I've established a long enough relationship to where I did feel like that.
Feel like what?
where like I felt like I was dropped. You know?
Oh, so you were always dropping. Okay.
No, not
I
even
see
that.
You. I see you. No, I'm
It,
just
it was,
kidding.
it was
I'm kidding.
always a mutual thing for me, and
So you both
Right.
dropped each other.
yeah, kind of were just like we
Simultaneously.
realized we're going into
You're
two
holding
different
hands and you
directions.
Like,
Yeah, it was just more like a mutual dropping. You know?
That's fine. I think that's like the safest one. Like that's like
Yeah.
it doesn't hurt your ego, doesn't hurt your feelings, doesn't hurt your. It's like yeah.
That's why I don't think I've gotten as toxic as I should be.
I feel like you shouldn't be toxic at all.
I
Like, what's
agree.
even the purpose of? What good does it do you to be toxic?
Once you go down that route,
Like,
It's never going back.
answer me this, guys. What good does it do you to be toxic? Because there's a lot of people who I've come to know, to learn, to get to know more, and to meet. And you know, there are people who are like who are toxic. Like, okay, they're honestly like deep down toxic.
I got a
And there are
list.
people who are those that like, yeah, I'm toxic, but I ain't even about it. Like they claim it, but they're really not. You know, it's just like them struggling with their own character, right? So it's just like that begs the question: like, what good does it do you to be toxic for both, for everybody, for anybody? Like whether you
I-
truly are or you're just not sure.
I'll say something real quick. I feel like it's just part of like when you want the chase to keep going, that's what you do.
You be toxic.
Yeah, that's literally the chase after the chase. After you get whatever it is that you want. It's kind of like when a cat catches a bird, right? And then they just let the
Play with
bird
it?
like fuck around, and and you're still
Before
like,
you kill
fucking
it?
slapping it and shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
literally.
You kind of like prolonged the inevitable.
That is the best analogy I've ever heard for that.
I'm like,
shit.
I'm telling you, man.
So like toxic, if like how
That's
you-
what it is to be toxic.
Damn.
Literally, that's
Basically,
what it is.
cat
My
toxic.
boy Keny,
Yeah.
man. with
That's
the fucking
that's what it is. Literally,
top.
word for
metaphor.
word,
That's
bar for bar.
exactly
And
what
that's
it
why he's on
is.
this episode.
Oh, I was gonna say also it depends on your definition of toxicity. Because
Mm.
like some people because like Alex mentioned, some people are claim they're toxic, but they're just like going through their own like
Well,
issues and
that
stuff
would-
like that and whatever.
Yeah, but that was just my question. You know, for people who are just like truly or just like fucking around, it's like what good does it do you to be toxic? Regardless, you know, regardless of like your position in life, where you're at, why? Because it's
Yeah.
obviously a choice. Like no one's born toxic. I mean,
Yeah.
no, it's kind of like that. That you know that old question, like, are you born good or are you born like people are either born good or evil. You know, like I feel like that's not that. I mean, that's a concept that people that you know that's an honest concept that people discuss and like can go on and on about. I don't know what you guys think, but it's just kind of like similar. It's just like whether you get what I'm saying. You know?
Yeah.
All right, look, that's my whole major pretty much. It's
So
like
that you understand what I'm talking
criminology,
about.
right? So it's my major was all about like, oh, are people born into it?
This
or
was
not
like in
into it, right?
psychology, but
Like nurture
you,
versus
I'm
nature?
pretty sure, like in criminology,
It's-
you take
Yeah, it's like
courses
the
in
same thing. Like, are
psychology.
people born to and they're gonna commit crimes? And then you find out that a lot of it just has to do with like
Their environment.
it's a lot of it is the environment.
Yes.
Obviously, there are some people in the world who are just fucked in the head, like as they're born, you know. But like a majority of it is just like what the fuck happened to you when you were growing up, right? So if you're in a relationship and somebody fucks you over, you're that much more likely to fuck over the next person in your own relationship, even though it happened to you. And that's literally that's what that whole thing is. That's why.
Yeah.
Like a lot of
Or go ahead.
a lot of like toxic behavior is like in the spite of like an eye for an eye. That's usually like the example, like, oh, I've been done dirty. I feel like I should get back.
And a lot of
you know?
times it's subconscious. A lot of the times, like you don't even realize it until like you're older, or like you kind of like look back at your actions. But a lot of time it's just like you're just kind of almost like shielding yourself from what had happened before, and that's what makes you. Do
That makes
whatever it
sense.
is that people do, you know?
No,
Yeah.
that definitely makes sense.
Did Gandhi not teach you better? Or was it
Say Gandhi.
He did.
You know, eye for an eye makes the whole world blind.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
In the
I don't
video
think about
game,
it.
Say video game?
I don't think
yeah,
anybody
in the
cares
video
about
game,
I'm surprised. Well, I mean, it was just a perfect reference, and I'm sad that none of you guys got it.
No, I got it.
got it.
You
We got
questioned me. You can't say you got it.
Every single
You're like,
person that
"Gandhi."
says an eye for an eye is referencing that.
I said I forgot about that.
No, you forgot
I-
who said it.
I
Like
know
who
who
it
you're
was.
talking
No, I forgot about that saying in general.
Okay, never mind. So glad.
But in Civilization,
You're
like
welcome.
4 or 5, like one of the Civilization video game,
Yeah.
Gandhi can shoot nukes.
I don't know that
So-
game.
Yeah,
What
you
game
can.
is this? What game is this?
You
What?
can
That's
shoot
what we
nukes to
fucking
Gandhi
need.
can
Gandhi.
shoot
Gandhi
nukes. So
Wait, Gandhi's shooting nukes, or you
This is
shooting nukes at
canon?
Gandhi?
as Gandhi.
no, you can be Gandhi and you can make Gandhi shoot nukes.
What
That-
game is this?
Civilization.
Because like to start the game, I think you choose like a leader or something.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then there's like technically there's supposed to be things that leaders can't do. So technically Gandhi is like coded in the game to not be able to like attack or whatever because he's like a pacifist.
But you can shoot a nuke.
But you can shoot nukes.
And defense.
And
Yeah.
So
Like, oh, folks, if it's in defense, by all means.
so even then
I just
Even
imagine
has
Gandhi
to
with
protect
2
his
like
people,
RPGs.
alright, bro. Even Gandhi drives the line.
How old is this
somewhere.
game?
well, I think Civ, whatever the one
This
Civ
that
sounds
4?
like really good, a really old game.
Civ 4 is
Nah, it's like
like early
2015.
2010s, like 2010s.
I was gonna say
Some,
like, yeah,
sometime.
like 2014.
Okay, so like
or
a decade
something.
ago.
Yeah, like about a decade.
God
ago.
damn.
I know,
14
right?
was a decade
Hell
ago.
See, 2014, we were in.
Or was that 10
sophomore-
years ago?
Sophomore, junior, sophomore year.
16, yeah.
Well, let's not
Junior
talk
team.
about 10 years ago. Let's talk about now, because
Right.
today
10 years ago. Grand
we
Theft
do
Auto.
have some kind of news going on.
Yeah, we got a couple articles we'd like to read, y'all. Not read, but like just get you informed.
So, streaming platform Twitch changes sexual content guidelines after topless meta goes viral.
Yes.
W.
So you all are aware
W.
of the topless streamers,
What the hell is that?
specifically women streamers, who have been making big
Big,
bucks,
big,
big bucks in the Twitch
Big
streaming
waves.
community.
Damn, I'm not aware.
So big that the others feel like they can't compete and that the competition is unfair. So you've probably noticed that a lot of them have been getting flagged or banned, and a lot of these streamers have to take extreme intellectual measures to like counter these bans or to like get away from them, because obviously the policies back then weren't so very clear. Just obviously no tits, no visible groin at all in the streams, right?
Yeah.
And when I was reading this article, I found it really dumb because I imagine, because like in part of this article, there was a section where like people were complaining because of the big gap between the wages of like the earnings of like the female Twitch streamers who were like using their body, because that's what they're doing, to earn the views, more money, versus those men who don't have the same aspects and like are just making average money. I feel, and they would complain about like, oh, it's an unfair advantage. It was like, also, but like, you're probably the same people who are watching them and supporting them. I feel, like you can't shoot yourself in the foot and then complain that you got shot.
Mhm.
I feel that's how I feel. Like I mean, in this article, they go on about how like Twitch, like they reviewed the old policies and they updated them to like where you can, but it becomes its own category. You won't see it in the homepage, and it's just obvious. Obviously, like no,
They did change their guidelines more to like adhere more to like the, instead of like completely like banning like or like striking sexual content in general, they kind of made it as its own like category. Obviously, there's not gonna be like something like porn, like
Right.
explicit shit going on,
yeah.
but they've made it to where it's like it's still like monetizable to like
Mhm.
be able to like go through this topless meta or these hot tub streams.
Yeah.
And which is funny because the hot tub streams, which just involves like a girl in a bikini just in a hot tub, and that's the entire stream. One of the
Yeah.
biggest purveyors was who we talked about last week.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Damn.
Amaranth, who is planning on using her vaginal yeast to make beer.
Yeah.
I would drink that.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
You know,
I mean,
I didn't-
someone's got to for the people.
I didn't know. All right, he had asked me before the stream even started if I would drink it. I didn't know who it was from. If it's from Amaranth, Amaranth is bad. I would.
So you do know who Amaranth is.
I do know who Amaranth is.
I
yes.
don't watch the streams, but I saw a picture of her when we were reading. The
No,
article.
yeah, exactly.
And I was
That's,
I'm getting a tall boy, 24 ounces. I'm sipping on it.
so we're drinking it live on stream, is what I'm hearing.
Well, that's what I said last time.
Let's do it.
Once it's out, we're gonna get it. We'll test it. We'll shout out to Amaranth for producing and make shit happen. Who knows?
Apparently, we're Jesus Christ. But yeah, I guess that's gonna be a thing. But
Yes, it
yeah.
is.
Twitch is changing their
Homie of mine
guidelines,
gave it to me from Friendsgiving last week.
Yes. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
and it definitely benefits artists. Like
He just
like the
didn't
article
buy it. I was
says,
like, oh yeah.
it benefits like artists who are like drawing more lewd stuff,
Yeah.
and they don't have like a fear of getting banned, which is good for them.
Yeah, because it was explained in the article that drawings are fine, and it's like they even mentioned that pole dancing, strip teases, and like twerking was all like okay, because for some reason twerking was even labeled as it was an excuse, it was a reason to ban you for some reason, But all that is all okay, just so long as you don't do it in an actual strip club, which I thought was funny because that should be a given. But everything has to be precise. The contract, the policy, right?
Yeah.
And
Can you imagine though? Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, damn, if I were in middle school and Twitch was a thing, like when we were in middle school, like, would you not just sit around and put a stream on, like a TV streamer on, and just watch that shit with your boys after school?
I mean, back in high school, that was the thing.
This is where
well,
Cedric.
wait, you would YouTube?
No, but
You would
look,
YouTubers.
this is
Like,
where
you wait for
Cedric.
them to post like their content, and then you watch it. It was like a watch party.
This is where Cedric has a point, though, and this is where I would agree. Honestly, I feel like Twitch should just unban everything, whatever. I feel like it's up to the parents to fucking like my. I mean, I would want to do what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
With my homies, it would probably happen like one or twice, maybe.
Hot
But I feel like
So you realize like
eventually-
this is actually weird. Like it's a bunch of dudes just like watching like
no, not even that. I feel like
You know,
I feel like
streamers.
my mom eventually would like see it and be like, all right, that's
not
it.
appropriate for
Well,
you guys to be
like,
watching. Yeah,
I
no,
don't
I
know about
get it.
y'all, but like me and my boys, we used to go to the library and we used to
Does that include you, Alejandro?
like
I was part of it. I was part of it.
Not in high school. This never happened in high school. Like not with the guys that you know, but in middle school. That
Oh,
shit
middle school.
definitely
Okay, middle
happened,
school.
for
Alright.
sure.
All right. Yeah. See, I feel like it's just a guy experience. It's never been like that, but I remember when I was like, I think in middle school too, probably like
Yeah.
7th or 8th grade. I would have some friends over, and then I would put in the Titanic movie, and then it was like and it was the one where like Rose and what's his name, Leonardo DiCaprio, Jack,
Mhm.
in the car, and then we would just like be there, and then we would just look at the titties. And that's it.
Yo, titties.
That
Yeah,
one
like,
scene where
there's
he's
nothing-
painting her and it's just like
That
tits
too.
out.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god. The
There's
most.
nothing-
You guys are doing the most. You're watching that, what was it, 3 hours? You're watching a 3-hour movie just for that one
It's
small
VHS,
scene.
and you can push the
to
button
pop
and it
out.
skips forward,
And
bro.
your mom won't say anything if they walk in, like oh, they're watching Titanic.
Exactly. You just push play and you're watching Titanic.
Your parents don't know what's gonna happen. 'cause
It's not
they've
like
never seen
you're
it.
watching every fucking scene of the movie. You're probably talking with your voice like while you're watching. Like,
It's just background
you're
noise.
not like glued to the screen, just like it's Titanic.
It's like why? Yeah, like why are you guys like 2 inches away from the screen? It's Titanic. It's like
it was-
shut up! You don't know what's about to
It
happen.
was an entertaining movie. That's all I can say.
Yeah, bro.
There's a reason why it's like the second or third most best-selling movie
Dude.
of all time.
Fucking
Damn right.
I just remember when just being a boy, just like fuck, dude. We were dogs, man. We were fucking dogs in training.
fucking crying.
It just kind of makes me wonder how like the younger
You've never done anything like
boys
that?
and like the next.
Not with my
generation,
boys
like,
yet.
Really? Ever? I feel like that's just like a guy thing.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, no, it's definitely a guy thing.
Oh no, yeah, I understand.
Like,
But
remember
it's just
when
like
I told
so-
you, when I mentioned, like, in the last couple episodes, I don't know if it was the last one, the one before that, where, like, back in elementary school, like, we'll find, for some fucking
Okay,
reason,
yeah. So that was
It's
I
like the
got
same
you.
thing, you know, like, you find anything that has to do with, like, a naked woman, and you all just gather around, like, monkeys and just, like,
Look at this.
It's like that
Yeah.
South Park episode when they found out
Yes,
like Bebe
yeah.
got like tits and they're just like start drawing boobs all over the fucking
Yeah,
wall.
dude, and, like who
They
was
turned
it that
to
had that,
legit
like, who was
fucking-
like sick? Who was like actually like ill because they would have.
They were all fucking sick.
No, what movie was it? It was. Never mind. I'll tell you about it later. Yeah, I'll tell you about it later. Cause yeah, we'll talk about it later.
So like, what's the best?
Let's go to Titanic. 1 hour, 37 minutes, 72 seconds in.
Hey,
Yeah,
Because I
dude.
just like screenshot it.
He said 72.
He said-
I know.
Yeah, wait.
Oh, okay.
No, that's what
You're
that's what I
playing.
was like, fuck.
You're playing. I was
My
like,
boy
oh,
got the
yeah.
forbidden 12 seconds on
Yeah,
deck real quick.
Exactly.
That's when it
The
happened.
records
The
go-
extra
Yeah.
12 seconds.
It's
That's when it
72 because those 12 seconds were cut.
Yeah,
Movie,
exactly.
so.
for a reason.
Those forbidden 12 seconds involved more nipple. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
That's
That was the
insane.
It's a
Keny
close.
cut
There's a
right
close up.
My boy said 72 seconds.
I need to go back and rewatch that actually.
Watch
Yeah,
Titanic.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Titanic marathon.
Luckily, with our technology today, you don't
Okay.
have to wait. You don't have
Okay,
to watch
put
the
it
whole
on.
thing to wait for it.
Turns out this is the kind of stream we're going for now.
Put it on.
Well, we did say we'd go R-rated.
Or,
What's the best thing about dating in the Bay Area?
Oh, we're still in this. Okay,
Best thing.
for sure.
we're back into the questions.
Bet, yeah,
Definitely
because that was
variety.
we went off the rails for a sec.
My
Time
bad.
to take
But
this
yeah,
back.
I mean,
Definitely variety.
There
Yeah,
are variety,
get the
yeah.
variety.
Definitely variety.
All right, bring the deer back. Bring the deer back.
variety of
Yeah.
women in the Bay Area is absolutely
about
insane.
You definitely have options
Yeah.
around
I think
here.
that's the best thing about the dating scene here. It's like the variety, you know, like this is like a melting pot of all cultures and of all people around the world.
It's like
A bu-
Huh?
I was gonna say buffet,
We don't.
and that
that's-
just kind of
Whoa.
sounds so
We
bad.
do not equate women to food.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say another B word.
I'm just
Nah.
hungry.
I
Let
would
me get
say
your
people,
crust.
just people,
I
because
thought
you know,
you were gonna say
for everybody.
bukkake.
We
Yes.
we are for all people of all sorts, of all beliefs, of all
There's all
genders.
type of cultures. There's
Of
all
all
type
pronouns,
of ethnicities.
you know.
Pronouns.
We
Skin colors. Everything you could ever ask for is over here in the Bay Area. So I feel like if you come over here and you're saying, "Oh, there's nobody for me," that's a lie. You're just not looking enough.
or you're probably not in the Bay,
There you go. Or you're
Come
not
to the
in
Bay.
Get
But
fucked.
definitely.
or
There's-
go fuck.
And it's crazy because it's like depending on where you go, like what part you're at, is where you'll find like more ethnicities than others.
It is like pretty like yeah like you go here.
You'll
for
definitely
this
find a
reason,
lot of-
you go there for
Yeah,
that.
dude,
reason.
There's
I
the
wish-
three
Right.
main ethnicities you'll find here: Asian,
Yeah.
Mexican, and Indian.
I feel like that's where his San Jose colors are coming from. Because I'll tell you this much: before I moved to San Jose, I had probably met like 2 Indians my entire life, and like I mean, there was a lot more. There's not a lot, but there's a good amount of Asian people in the East Bay, but not like the amount that there is here. But there's a lot of African American women where I'm from.
That's true.
So
true.
for me, my thing would have been like, oh, Hispanic number 1, because over there, East Bay, it's my majority Hispanic, and then it's African Americans, and then probably Asians. But the Indian population over here is crazy.
Yeah.
I did not know what I was.
Oh
doing.
yeah, it's increased like tenfold, and we've met some baddies.
You guys ever had a
Yeah,
taste
bro.
of curry before? Indian curry? You ever tried it?
I don't like curry.
That's not what I meant.
No, actually,
That's
yeah, I
not
have
what I meant.
actually, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
My man.
My only one, I haven't done, or actually, I haven't tried Middle Eastern food.
Okay. Middle Eastern food is not bad, bro.
Middle
It's
Eastern
not
food
Fuck with
bad.
the Middle Eastern food.
That's not
I can
bad.
fuck up a. I can fuck up a.
I think that's it. I
Not
think that's the
bad,
only
bro.
culture that I have not had.
Damn.
the
So you
food
had some
from.
Southern comfort, huh?
I have.
You
Yeah.
had some Southern comfort.
Yeah, it's that soul
Damn.
food go crazy.
Oh,
I'm a little
soul
jealous.
food.
I'm a little
soul
jealous,
food
bro.
go
I'm a little
fucking
jealous.
crazy.
I wish I had
What,
some soul food.
okay, wait. What's that? Soul food place. that you
Jackie's
told-
place.
Jackie's place.
Yes.
Definitely need to try that
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Jackie's place is really good. I took him to one time.
tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Fuck it.
Tomorrow after.
Oh, you have work.
Do you
Yeah,
work
where's tomorrow?
Anyways.
Next week.
o'clock.
All right.
Let's do it, lads.
So, what's the worst thing about dating in the Bay Area?
Oh, we did that one.
Yeah, I thought we did that.
Wasn't that the first one?
I said best thing.
before
That's
you
what we're
did the
talking
worst
about.
one.
But the
Oh no, I said what's like,
our opinion. What's it
your
like?
opinion about dating
Oh,
here?
yeah.
Worst thing, I feel like
My boy's praying to God right now. He's looking up.
Yeah.
worst thing in the dating scene here in the Bay. A lot of people would say that there's just so many dogs and all aspects and all types.
Yeah,
But
I
it's
feel
like, people say that, but I don't see it. Where they at, because that's where I'm trying to be. Wolf.
The dogs?
I'm trying to be with the dog, bro.
You do not want to be in there. You do not want
It's
to
a
be
dog
in
eat dog world out there, huh?
That shit is
It really is.
Well, I'm trying to eat or get eaten.
All right, guys, let's get horny. Let's talk about red flags.
All right, so we're all done with the dating scene.
Oh, I
Now,
could.
We've talked about what's wrong with the dating scene. Now let's get into the specifics of like what's wrong with people.
I mean,
And
I do have a few more questions if you guys want to go through them real quick.
Alright,
So we've been talking about dating red flags before, right?
yeah.
What's your guys' biggest dating red flag, like that you have personally?
I'm a Cancer. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna fucking throw his phone at you just because he said that,
Dude, my coworker today was showing me this TikTok of this dude who is like, "Oh, I'm a Cancer. Like, my emotions are my weapons. Oh, I'm a Cancer. You break up with me, I don't believe you. Oh, I'm a Cancer. Astrology is my religion, right? Oh, I'm a Cancer. I love love." That was pretty much like the
Okay, that last one that does apply to you.
that is me.
Here, I'll start. I have a lot of red flags.
I have a bunch of red flags.
Here's
too.
mine though, so that you guys get an example.
Yeah.
Everything I do is competitive. I've done competitive Super Smash Bros. I've done competitive Yu-Gi-Oh. I've done competitive any type of hobby that I've ever indulged myself in. I've always tried to like take it competitive.
You're just a competitive player. That's all it is. I don't think that's a red flag.
That's a
I
red
mean, that does
flag.
get to a red flag because, like,
Dude, because it's like
if you take things like to that serious point,
like,
it
if
just
you don't know
becomes a
how to
little.
just have fun with it.
exactly.
Well,
Yeah.
I think it can also depend on person. Because if your like significant other is just as competitive as you,
Then
like,
you're
Then
compatible.
she has a red flag too.
No,
You
then
like-
then
you
it's
like
not even a
bounce
red
off
flag.
of
It
each
just
other.
works.
Nah.
Yeah.
It just works.
Two negatives is a positive.
In that scenario,
there you
that
go,
makes sense
exactly.
because it's like you have
you guys
You
will,
met your
like,
match.
make each other better. by
Yeah,
being
exactly.
more
But for the
competitive.
majority of people,
That's
this
all-
is just
that's-
one example. I think I have a few other ones.
I think it just depends on how much of a sore loser you are.
I'm not a sore loser, but I think just the fact that I do everything competitive, because there's a lot of people that think like, why can't you just do something for fun? Which is true, like I
Well, I
was,
mean, but then like you are having fun by being competitive.
Yeah, but
You have fun
people
by
can take it
winning,
too
that's the
far.
thing.
Yeah,
Like,
okay,
that's-
so
it's
you're
different.
No,
winning
not
how
I
you
guess.
want,
Yeah, yeah.
It
like,
can't be
okay,
that I guess.
Like if it's like your partner or whoever you're engaging in this activity with is brand new, then yeah, dude, like fucking relax. Like fucking relax.
Yeah, I know.
And he's not going
No.
to, and that's the red flag.
That is the red flag.
no, it's not even that. Like
Yeah,
obviously,
I
I'll
think
take
Keny
easy.
knows when he needs to take.
Yes, thank you. I think Cedric understands better. It's
So
just
then
like
how is this a red flag?
it's
Probably.
a red flag because like what Cedric was saying, it's just like it's not the fact that I want to do something competitively, it's the fact that I need to do things competitively and I need to win. Like there's no competition, there's no competitiveness, and me versus RJ in Yu-Gi-Oh! He's never even played, right? I don't get anything out of winning that. Yeah. But if I beat somebody who actually knows how to play and who knows how to do what they're supposed to do, that's where I get the satisfaction, and that's where I
Well,
get
yeah,
like
because
the-
that's you're in a
And then, like-
competitive state because that whole match is set up competitively because you both know that like oh shit like he knows what he's doing, he knows what you're doing, you know what he's doing. It's like okay, I think
But sometimes competitive scenarios can show up in casual situations. you know?
yeah.
okay,
Like, let's
well
say,
I mean
like,
but
beer
like you're
pong or
clearly
something.
saying that
Yeah.
it doesn't in your case because like you play RJ for like that.
No,
example you
because
gave.
because like all right for beer pong, I say I'm okay at beer pong, but still, if I play,
I feel
Yu,
like everybody takes
if
beer
I
pong competitively, like no matter what. Like you can just
I don't.
appear to have fun.
But that's just an example. I feel like you might even fall into the red flag. If you're saying that, then I feel
I
like
think
you're.
he-
I know that. The fact that you're defending it.
Yeah.
The fact that you're kind of low key falling
No,
into
but
it
like,
too.
I'm with you. Like,
All right,
like
look,
if
so
I
you-
know
so
it's
you
like
agree.
different,
All
Like,
right,
if I play,
wait.
like,
No, look,
like-
if you're playing a random girl, right? Let's say you're playing some girl who you think is cute, who you like. You're not gonna like just kind of like start fucking like hitting
Why,
like
right.
bop. Not even that. Like we're talking beer pong now.
Oh,
You're not
beer.
gonna like bop balls back, bop balls back. Bop. You're gonna be like bop, and then you'll make one, and you're like and you're gonna toss one. You know.
No, I'm gonna do ball back every
RJ.
time.
Like,
See,
because
that's
it's
low
VP.
key. That's a red flag.
Because it's a game, you know, and like I want to win. I'm trying to win, but BP.
Prove my
But
point.
everyone knows how to play BP. That's
They-
Not no.
It's-
Literally, I had
Okay.
to teach someone at Mike's place how to play BP.
That's-
One's a security.
that goes into the red flag. It's not everybody knows how to
Exactly.
do what you're doing.
Just because you assume doesn't mean that's the truth.
That's crazy. But like, okay,
That's
but,
just my.
but like, I only say that because BP is a simple concept. You throw the ball, you get it in the
Yeah, but
Right,
people
that's what
also
you
add
say,
into a bunch
that's
of
what you
rules
say
too.
Until like you're playing against somebody, and then their shoulders or their elbows are like that, and then like you're like elbows, and then they're like, "What's that?"
Oh.
And then that's when you're like,
Oh,
fuck,"
island,
like,
fire,
Yeah.
all these
exactly.
other bunch of rules.
Like,
you can't
oh,
assume everyone knows
Let me
that
get a
kind of thing.
stoplight. Let me get a play button. Let me get that.
Well,
That's
they
when
could have
you're-
learned
yeah,
today.
Yeah.
That's when they learned.
And exactly, that's where
That's-
the fucking red
that's
flags
like-
come
I
in.
don't
Just
see.
because you know the game, you can't assume everyone.
I'm not, but it's not me being competitive. It's me teaching them to play the game.
No, that's
No,
no.
that's
You can't.
different. That's
no,
totally
that's how you.
different.
It's like you said.
That's how you
people
can
don't-
spin it.
There are people.
You're a red flag.
Exactly.
I know that. I know that. I literally said that before. I was like, the moment we started. Oh, I have a lot of red flags.
No.
But
Once he started saying, but then, that's when I was like, oh, he's
Then he
going into
justified
it. He's going to that.
I'm not.
Bro, sometimes you just gotta admit, like, yeah,
Dude,
you're right.
I didn't say I wasn't. I know I am. I know I have a couple.
Just because you didn't
you're
say
competitive
doesn't mean
too,
you.
that's
I am very competitive. I never said I wasn't.
Just
That's
because
what we're trying to say. You're competitive.
Yeah.
just because
That's
you
all.
didn't
That's
say
a red
doesn't
flag.
mean
Yeah,
we
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
assume you weren't.
I just
Yeah.
feel like BP is like not the good
Not
game.
the good game.
Not actually, yeah. I guess. But I mean, it's like
It's just
for me.
another example of competitive.
Yeah, but
yeah.
like,
it's not-
okay.
but this
Okay.
is
Key,
like,
you know?
key phrase right there. For me, there's other people involved.
but what if it's a 1-on-1?
Other person still. Other person.
There's no what is it?
There's an other party involved. You said for me.
Backseat drivers. We ain't no backseat drivers.
And what,
Yeah.
beer pong?
Just like in anything. Like
So like
I feel.
you-
Nah,
you're
I'm
saying
kidding, I'm
you're
kidding.
not gonna
I'm
let-
being an ass. at
you're
this
saying
point.
you're not gonna let your
That's
competitor
good.
like tell you how to play. Or
No,
whatever,
I'm just
you know?
saying, like, you know, like you have like the odd, like, you know, BP. There are people who are like, oh, they're like calling out shit. It's like,
What about your competitor? That's what RJ's saying.
no. Oh, wait, what?
Your competitor, the person you're playing against,
What about them?
like
Like you're like assuming like they know the rules. what
No.
they know.
Okay, so like, obviously, if you're gonna invite someone to play the game, you ask them like, oh, how are you? Like, how much do you know about
And
the
they're
game?
gonna
But
say,
you're,
I'm
you're
okay.
assuming that too, because sometimes people
But like,
just come up.
I ask them like, if you know, like sometimes you know.
All right, but now you're capping because you already said, "Oh, I assume everybody knows how to play." You've already said that. That was like
I said majority.
there. Well,
Still
regardless.
good amount.
Maybe I said
Majority.
everybody. I mean, you can.
Majority
fact check
is
this.
still a
I
good
might have said
amount.
everybody,
Play it back.
but I meant majority of the people know how to play. You know, because it's the base.
But that's what we're telling you.
it's
Like,
like
a
the-
lot of people don't know.
not.
Like
A
I
lot of
said,
people
there
don't
was
know.
that fucking.
Plus, there's
I
always
think it was Jay.
new people that learn.
No,
I
not
feel
Jay.
like-
play. Like
Definitely
there's
one
always,
security
like-
guards.
I feel like in every single party that I've gone to, there's always been at least like 2 or 3 people that like kind of like look, but then when you ask them to play, they're like, "Oh, I don't know."
Well, okay, I guess. I mean, I'm not saying there aren't people who don't know, but it's like, yeah.
So that's my red flag. All right, what about everybody else?
We got competitive in arguing.
Yeah.
Being competitive
Yeah, maybe
is
we're all
mine.
competitive.
It's,
like,
Apparently,
Competitive
I
is
say it's
mine.
beige. Beige flag. I say it's beige, not entirely red. Beige.
Bringing back the beige flag.
Yeah.
All right, Jay, what's yours? What's one of yours, and then you're next, and then
Yeah.
All right.
that's it.
I don't got it. Okay.
Red flag.
RJ,
Red flag right there.
That is a red flag.
Yeah. Nah, I swear I got a bunch of red flags. I want to fit in. I got red flags.
Nah, for me, I think it would probably be like I'm not the most punctual person. Right?
All right,
As an
just okay.
example,
Just for the
today-
every time we have you on the episode, you're like half an hour late. All right, just for today's episode, this man was 30 minutes late. Half an hour late to our own podcast.
But that's not even the latest it's been. I mean,
It isn't, and that's the worst part.
I've been,
No,
I
it's
think.
not. But like, not to like
To this
overall,
podcast?
overall events.
Okay,
Dude,
overall
Cedric,
events.
I invited him to a football game. This fool didn't show up till the game ended.
You know what that reminds me of?
It was football, not football.
Yeah.
It was for
At
the,
your house.
Yes,
I watched the whole fourth quarter with you, bro.
Fourth quarter. That's
fourth quarter was
At-
5 minutes
at-
into the game.
At least the whole fourth quarter. I am pretty sure I saw it.
But I gave you time in
pretty sure I
advance.
saw the
Like,
end
hey,
of the halftime
we're gonna watch
show,
the game in my
alright.
house. Come through. This fool comes up at the very end with snacks in
I
hand. Like,
made it for
I'm here.
half.
I was there like,
alright.
bro, go home. I
I don't think fourth quarter is half of the game.
Okay, I mean, like
It's a
not
quarter of
like-
the game. It's a quarter of the game.
Left.
I think I saw at least the halftime show.
No, you
right?
fucking didn't.
Yeah. I
No,
fucking
you didn't.
did. Yes, I
No,
did.
you didn't, because Eli was there and he will vouch for me. You came at the very
Bro,
fucking
Eli's
end.
gonna fucking. Of course, he's gonna vouch for you, but he's gonna be like, he's gonna make me sound worse on.
You want me to
purpose.
call him right now?
Fuck
I
you.
will call him right now.
Yeah, of course he's. I just said he would. He would vouch for you. I 100% agree with you.
But Eli wouldn't lie.
And like that, I'm gonna go to the bathroom
yes,
real quick.
he
Nah.
is. Eli is. I'm sorry. You know what, Eli? If you ever hear this, I'm sorry. You're the biggest liar I know. That dude lies all day, every day.
Oh, Eli, I think you tell the truth 75% of the time.
Wow.
I'd say 25% of the
Oh.
time. You can like switch that around. Maybe
I'm just gonna
40%.
say I'm not
you know?
defending here. I'm actually against you at this point. But for my birthday,
Thank you. Thank you.
for my birthday on July 1st, July. Think of July. What do you think of
Yeah,
July?
hang on.
Sun,
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
bright. The
Congrats.
sun sets at 9 p.m. Sun sets at
No,
8
not
p.m.
even July, your birthday. Let's go take it earlier back.
Hey, you said my brother. I was scared.
Your
Yeah, my graduation,
dude.
Yeah,
like,
come on.
did you forget?
Next Saturday. No,
Yeah, dude.
I'm graduating. I invited you in too. You
Yeah,
better
I
pull
told
up.
I told
You
him.
better pull up.
I told him.
Yeah.
I know you said it to him yourself, but I'm like, hey, bro.
Yes.
Like,
I'm telling you, you gotta.
you
pull
best
up.
be on fucking time. Hey, if you're not on time to this, it's gonna be a whole bottle to the face.
Oh my
Whole
God.
bottle.
Like,
you,
not
you
at
taking
once,
a
though.
knee.
I'm gonna take that shit to your hand, and you're like, it's gonna be like 40 scissor hands, right? But a bottle. Just take your hand, just one, and then I'm gonna give it to you on your left, so you have your right hand.
So
to
we're gonna
function.
be there for the ceremony too.
No,
Oh,
it's
so
literally
this-
just a party. My
Oh,
ceremony's on
that's
the
what I
19th.
figured.
the 23rd, right?
My
So you
cer-
still want me to be on time for the party, like on the
Yes,
dot, on the
dude,
dot.
you're stupid.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
if it's not the ceremony, it doesn't matter.
All right, but for my birthday on July 1st, so the sun
Yeah.
sets at like
He
8.
has a better point than you did, to be honest, and you cut him off, bro. Like,
Well, I mean, so you're saying graduation isn't as important as his birthday? Because it's still an accomplishment in his life.
what?
This is arguably the biggest accomplishment of my life. So,
Yeah, technically.
So you could honestly, you could
being
miss,
born is lucky.
you could
But,
miss,
like,
you could miss every birthday for the rest of my life. I won't give a fuck. If you miss my graduation, I'm gonna be kind of salty though,
yeah.
because this is like a once
He
in a
worked hard
lifetime
for it.
shit. You know?
Yeah, dude.
I'll be there.
That's not what I
got the
fucking
day off
said.
for that
No,
shit.
I know, but all right. What I was saying, because I think we've kind of lost track a little bit here. But basically, I remember I invited him for my birthday. The sun don't set until like 8:30 in July, right? This motherfucker,
This man
he pulled
knows.
up like at 8. The sun was coming down. He pulled up with a bottle. I mean, he still pulled up, but then like 30 minutes later,
I didn't. For you talk about your last birthday, right?
yeah, and then he pulled up with a bottle, and then like 30 minutes later, like everybody got to go home because the sun's down. Because we did it like in some random ass park, and then
Nah, I mean, it was still a cool amount of people there for at least 2 hours while I was there. You know, like so
Okay,
I
that's
got
all I
at
care
least
about.
a good amount of
I fuck with Cedric, is my
Yeah.
homie. I
Yeah,
fuck with
yeah.
Cedric.
like.
As long as Cedric pulls up,
bro.
I don't care.
See, people
Dude,
expect
Kenny
you at
is
these
a boy.
events. There are
Cedric
people who
gotta
expect
be
you
there.
to these events, bro.
I will
Oh my
always
God.
be there.
He's
when
like,
I'm-
oh, I'm not the
I will
party.
always be
party.
there.
I'm not the party, man. Like the party doesn't start when I go. Like yeah, it does. Like you're part of it.
No, I will always be there. I just might be late. That's all.
Okay, 2 hours.
Like, I'll try. I will not be as late.
This guy's giving me a headache.
Who, Cedric?
Yes.
So what's your biggest
Okay,
red flag?
y'all are
Alright,
like,
yeah,
y'all
I'm
saying
kidding,
this.
I'm
I
kidding,
didn't
I'm
suggest it.
kidding.
I literally am the
Alright,
one that
I
said
get it.
my punctuality is my red flag. Like that's
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
me. Like I fucked up.
Okay, but the
It
thing
was
is,
that-
it's like the difference from knowing it and like owning up to it, different things.
Did I not just own up to it by saying it? Well,
I feel
I'm
like
sorry,
you
hang on,
you
what?
realize that you're late all the time, but to own up to it, it's like, excuse me,
It's to admit
fix it. Fix
Nah, I think owning up to it is to
Ah.
admit it. It's to admit it.
Okay, so the way
Like I'm not
what is
saying
it that goes through
I'm
your
not
head
saying
when
I
people
don't
say,
need to fix it.
oh yeah, I'm gonna own up
gonna
to my
fix it.
mistakes. I'm gonna own up to my mistakes. What normally falls after that?
Fixing
I'm
it.
a-
Wait,
Makes sense.
how long have you guys been friends?
Exactly. We've been friends for like a decade now.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
a
makes a
decade.
lot of sense.
Yeah.
It's like,
I would not.
He
Dude,
reminds me of
dude,
you
I
guys
talk so
remind me
much
of
shit
me and
about
my
him,
homie,
but
dude.
it's only out of love. Like all the shit I've ever talked about Cedric, it's all
No,
out
for
of
sure,
love.
yeah.
bro.
You,
All
you,
out of love
you
it,
guys
bro.
remind me of me and my homie too. Me and
Yeah, bro.
you know Diego. Me and Diego
Like,
be
we go
exactly
way
like
back.
that.
We go way
this
back.
shit.
Yeah, dude. We go way
But
back.
I know, I already know.
Back
how
when
it
this
is.
man had dreads.
Whoa,
Yeah.
Reds. Let's
Dread,
go.
bro.
That was a long ass time ago.
I miss those days.
Um,
Literally miss those days. Yeah, go ahead. Pour me up, dude.
I wasn't asking.
Yeah. No, this is my brother right here, man.
exactly,
That's my
bro.
brother.
Exactly.
Saber.
We are brothers here. We've known each other for just as long. A decade for Cedric and I.
No,
and
I mean,
maybe like
it's
half a
crazy.
decade
Like
here.
RJ, I've known for like 2-3 years now, which crazy. Like it doesn't feel like it's been that long, but
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Like,
Next
yeah.
year will be
I
5.
feel
for
like
you and
it's
me.
Yeah, definitely, huh?
5.
And then
2014,
Keny, I've known you for like a
2020,
year and a half. Or
We-
two
we
now.
met 2019.
Ooh, at this
Yeah.
point, yeah. It's like 2. I think I knew you. I think
I've known
I've
you for
known
3.
you guys-
We'll be 3 next year.
Yeah, and then RJ I've known a little bit before I started working at Olive Garden. So I
'Cause
think the same
PS4.
thing. Yeah, like 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
More?
that's crazy. This is my fucking brother. Though.
You know what
This
they
like,
say when
this is my
a
fucking
friendship
homie.
lasts more than I think it was 7 or a decade. It's meant for
I
life.
saw this man.
I was about to
Lucky,
say-
nah, I was
When?
sick. Well, wait.
Shit, bro.
Like we can arrange that
All
right
right,
Don't worry about it.
Alright,
We all-
come on,
that's
come
the
on.
graduation
Yeah.
gift
Come on,
right
come on.
there.
Let's
That's
get back.
All right, all
Let's
right.
get back. Wait,
So
wait,
me and
wait,
Alejandro
let's get
needs
back,
to
let's
say
get
our
back.
red flags.
I want to hear Alejandro's because Alejandro is so perfect.
I am not perfect.
Alejandro is so.
I am not perfect. I don't know how you see me, but however the way whatever image you have of me, forget all that.
Sure, yes, sir.
I feel like my biggest red flag is the fact that I love. No, when I saw that
That's a
TikTok
red
video,
flag.
that is a red flag because it's like it can either go both ways. Maybe like one person will like love so much and hope that they find that one true love and like stick with it. And there'll be the other spectrum where it's like, oh, this person loves love. He loves falling in love repeatedly. So like, once you fall in love, you try to go fall in love again and again and again and again. And I'm kind of like stuck in the middle of the two. And I'm just speaking honestly because over my 6 months of being single, I've come to learn like, fuck, I love
the
love way
fuck?
too
Hold
much than I should. And I should just be more,
Yeah, I'll take that.
My fault, yeah.
No, you're chilling, bro.
consistent, more stick to itiveness to just the one. I mean, I've consoled a lot. Cedric's canceled me a lot about this. He knows. And I think if you're like in that situation, but you're also like hurting from it, like why can't I just find the one? Well, it's because like you're finding way too many, first of all, and you should stick to one. And if you feel like you can't, that you haven't found the one you want to stick to, well then here's some advice to figuring out who you should stick to. When you find the person what you cannot just say no to at all, the one person that you just are constantly yes to everything that they say, the one person that you just can't live without. The one person who knocks your socks off and beats the shit out of your dream girl, whatever that was. That's who you should stick to. That is the one. To keep it simple, if she or he or they don't knock your socks off, they ain't the one. And that's okay. Sometimes you want to believe and tell yourself that they are. But sometimes, it just kind of leads to like, maybe they aren't. So, it's better to save your time and just keep looking. It's going to hurt to let go of those that you are associated with, dealing with in a relationship at the time. But time will heal. Time will tell all. Just gotta take that leap of faith.
You talking like a grown ass motherfucker.
Yeah, like
I don't even know what the fuck half the shit you
those
talking
words
about.
could have helped me a lot like 4 years ago.
Well, those words, some of those words came from your mouth. So
I get
I have
just
you
a
to thank,
little
bro.
bit.
Crazy.
Yeah, man.
Should listen
If they
to
don't knock
myself
your socks
sometimes.
off, right? If
Yeah,
they don't knock
no,
your
I don't,
socks
know, I
off,
don't even know what the
truth,
fuck
though.
that means.
seriously, man.
What do you
Hey,
mean? Knock my
Sorry, I
socks
didn't even realize that's
No,
what you're
yeah,
doing.
man. This is
Yeah.
a tribute to you, bro.
Just
Yeah,
off.
For being the realist.
If they ain't like the bee's knees, like shit, bro, like surprising you with how much you love them,
Yeah.
then yeah,
Damn. Y'all talking like some old ass motherfuckers, bro. I don't get it.
Some of us are just born with it. Some of us have to. We don't
Find out
attain
the
it
hard
by
way,
learning.
huh?
Yeah, we
If I were really to say my red flag, it's just mostly
born with the knowledge. I had to learn the hard way, bro.
I love too much.
I feel like I gotta find out the hard. Anybody that says I love too much, I hate them automatically. You love too much?
You
I
see
love
me?
too much, and I can say that because Cedric does it.
I hate both of you guys.
I feel like
And that's fair because like
No,
those
no.
who do can turn out to be assholes. Sometimes.
No, yeah,
Selfish,
exactly.
even.
How?
Because
Like,
you love too much.
I get overbearing with my shit.
Yeah.
It's not even all right. If you get overbearing, that means that like all right. What's overbearing? Overbearing
Well,
means that
yeah,
like,
that's
you check
it.
on the messages.
I would say
or-
overwhelming.
Like, I feel like you would describe my you see me when I've liked someone. I feel like you would describe my
overbearing.
behavior.
Yes, in that instance, in that scenario, yes.
Yes.
Like, but that doesn't make you an asshole. That just makes you
But
like
I definitely kind of see that as a red flag where
Nah,
I'm too much about
too
it.
much. Yes, that's kind of like the old classic of like you're a nice guy. Nice guys finish last, and like a lot of girls don't want that. But I've told you this. We've had this conversation where it's
I've told him this too.
all right, well, you tell me if this is the same conversation you've had with RJ. Because I told RJ, like, bro, like, I get that and RJ is genuinely, like, the nicest guy ever.
Facts.
Like, one of them. Down to earth, super caring, super loving, big teddy bear. Not an ounce of violence in him when he...
Yeah, you
there
would-
really isn't. Like, there really isn't, though. Like,
You
yeah,
ain't
you're tough.
seen-
You can be a tough guy, but it's not in you. To like, it's not your character.
It's I usually try not to confront.
I think
Well,
like,
like,
confrontation
confrontation
is not
is not your first go. It's not your go-to.
he has
right?
only when he has to. you
Like,
know,
I mean, I've.
comes to it.
you look like you want to say something.
It's. I'm not saying RJ is a pacifist, but like, confrontation is not his first. Like, to like physically get involved with anything is not his first. It's
I'm
not
shy.
his go-to. Anyways, RJ is a very nice guy, and sometimes it comes off as the nice guy, and that gets him turned away from most women because of the whole nice guy ordeal. And the only reason why this is a problem is in that aspect is because most guys who are too nice or the nice guy, it's because when they start going out with with someone, they start dating someone. They put all the cards out on the table. Everything all out. Like, this is what I have to offer. Everything. And from a girl's perspective, I can see how, like, that's kind of like a turnoff because it's like, oh.
It doesn't leave much like mystery.
There's no mystery. There's no adventure to getting to know you. There's no adventure to getting to know what you can provide, what you can give, what you have to offer, or what secrets, whether it's like secret skills, tricks, whatever, like you just put yourself all out there, and it's like, oh, okay, and then like, just like when you present someone like a long ass message, it's like, all right, I'm not gonna read all that. Kind of like when you put yourself all out there in one message, it's like, that's a lot to read. I don't think I want it.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. That's the
a lot.
whole point. Like you put yourself all out there, it's all a lot all at once, and people are like, this isn't gonna work out. Because like, again, you just kind of ruin it for yourself. But the nice guys out there, take your time, little by little, crumbs if you feel like you need to. But like, part of luring someone in is
that mystery.
The mystery, you don't have to be mysterious, but like, just don't put yourself all out in front of.
It's mystery and excitement.
Yeah,
Both of those two,
well, because
right?
they go hand in hand. You're
Exactly.
like, oh, I'm excited to learn more about this person.
Yeah, look, so like for that person that person that you're like right now, right? The best thing that you could do is like just once a week, maybe once every other week, and then like you see me and be like, oh yeah, bro, like we're gonna go do that, or like
which is what I've been doing.
We're still down for tonight, right? And then they're gonna be like, oh, so he like does shit, like, you know what I mean? Like he's like doing shit that I don't know. That I don't know what it is, but girls just like that kind of stuff.
Oh
Which
like,
I've been
what
doing.
are you doing? Yeah,
exactly.
Which I've been doing.
Exactly. And if they really fuck with you, they'll come up to you and they're like, oh, I heard you and blah blah blah. I heard you and Keny were saying like you guys are gonna do something. What are you gonna do? And then that's where you can kind of start like spitting a little bit, start kind of playing your game, stuff like that. But for the most part, you always want to leave them like wondering. Like you don't want them to know who you are 100%, what you're doing 100%, what you're gonna be 100%.
Yeah, because like a lot of times people like, when they're dating someone, they feel like they're obligated towards them with everything. So it's like, oh hey, I'm doing this thing next week, so I'll be kind of busy. Or like, hey, like I may possibly not hit you up because of this or that. Like, it's like, that's why I was I think I might have said, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier in the beginning of the podcast, but the episode, but when you're dating, like the beauty of it is that like you can be honest with people. I mean, you should be honest with everybody, but like if there's one thing you should be honest about, is like, hey, like just so you know, like we're dating, but we're not together. Like we're still single until like one of us is like asking for the other's hand, like, hey, be my girlfriend, be my boyfriend, be my person. Until then, it's like you're technically, in my opinion, you're not obligated towards them, right? So, where was I going with this?
I mean, there's really no obligations until it's set.
Well, that too. That's the point of what I'm saying. But, how does this fit in with? Fuck, dude.
Anyways,
being the pros, the cons of being drunk on drunk talks and empty thoughts that you sometimes don't fucking remember.
Well, that's the empty thoughts part of it.
That is the empty thoughts part. Yes, that is the second half. Keny, you want to
elaborate?
No, just recap on what you just said.
So what I was just telling RJ,
he doesn't even. It's like he doesn't. Remember.
No, I do.
Okay.
What I was telling RJ is like a lot of the part that comes with like making a girl like you. It's a lot of it is societal stuff, obviously, but it's like girls just want to be intrigued. They want to be interested in what it is that who you are and what you're doing. You can't let them know. Exactly
it's like because you said you can't let them know, but it's not like you can't. It's like you don't have to necessarily, because
actually that's a really good point. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
So this is what I do a lot.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't post on Instagram at all, pretty much, but I'll let my homies post for me, and my homies post what we're doing, when we're doing, and to a girl, that's all the much more like, oh, like
you get
it. He's doing this,
I never post.
For Camp Vlogna, I only posted one thing, right? But I had Shaq post, I had Vargas post, and
Joseph was there.
Yeah,
he was there.
We didn't get to see him, but
no, I know, because you were fucking elsewhere in LA.
No, he told me like when we were fucking leaving. I was
Did you see him?
I was telling him my adventures in LA.
Okay, we couldn't see him, but it's just like what I'm telling RJ is like, dude. Like, all right, so I only posted one thing. It was just a story. I didn't even post like a main like post.
Yeah, it was someone else
just
that
a
posted you.
story. And then it was Vargas, and then Shaq. Oh, are you bored?
Back, yeah. No.
What'd you say? What'd you say? Wait, what? I missed it. He got up hella fast though, right? I noticed that. You got up hella quick.
Nah, I'm fucking with you. I know. He was just like, he stood up hella fast and was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go. And I was like, oh, are you bored? And he was like, yeah.
Oh,
And he was like,
you
yeah.
bored? Oh,
Nah, you can go. But RJ, it's just like, you have to leave people wondering what it is that you're doing, who it is that you are, everything like that. But at the same time, you still have to show a little bit of interest, you know?
No, yeah, like, don't be like an asshole about it. Like, be mysterious, show some interest. I mean,
What's up, bitch?
what'd you say?
As we go into, you have a mic right there, you know.
As we go into the rest of our red flags questions, this is our next one for you guys, which is. Wow! This man, he's like, no, only I host.
Bro, it's like if you're gonna do it, you gotta do the whole thing, bro.
Well, I don't know what
You gotta have a bigger preamble than that, man.
Yeah.
You gotta keep going.
We're still on the
Like a
red
little-
flags topic, though.
Yes.
What's the next red flag?
Let him fucking.
Oh,
No, we
sorry.
haven't even gotten to red flags. That was just a question.
Sorry, yeah. No, we were just talking
Exactly.
Give him the next episode. He can have the next episode.
Yeah, let me start off the next episode. Don't give me the middle.
You decided to go there yourself.
Because you left.
And?
My boy Keny was right here by himself.
Okay. And you were like, okay, I want to host now.
Okay, thanks. My bad, y'all.
Exactly.
So,
Go into your preamble. Go ahead.
all right.
We're going into red flags. All right.
So we were just. All right. Okay. All right. Let's just switch seats.
No. Keep going. Keep
All right.
going.
He's supposed to-
No. You gotta learn. You gotta
Okay,
learn.
it's just like, fuck, dude. I'm so good at starting it off, but like we're inebriated halfway through. It's tough, but it's a learning curve. Okay.
Just do some random bullshit.
All right. Just
Off the top of your dome.
try to do a transition. That's not a transition.
Hey, no, that's a
that was
transition
not.
to me.
That was good as fuck.
He was
I love
saucing
seeing
up,
that.
though.
All right.
He was saucing that up.
He
though.
was saucing it up. Still not a transition.
So we're just wrapping up our own red flags. What makes us a red flag ourselves?
Look into
Do
the
we
camera.
acknowledge our own red
There's
flags?
a camera right there. Remember?
I'm looking at the camera. Now, we're just gonna talk about red flags in general, right?
Yeah. As we start into
What
the
do
red
you-
flags.
and this is gonna be up to you guys. Is it a red flag to you? Is it gonna be beige or is it gonna be green?
Yeah.
So we are going to let the phone decide for us. Whatever the phone lands on, that's the question we're gonna answer.
And that flag is number 10, which is wears the same outfit.
All right.
So, okay.
So,
I'm gonna go.
So like,
Just go into specifics. What do you mean by same outfit? Like you wear the same outfit within the same week?
within the same week, I'd say
Okay.
something that's very like.
So
concurrent.
so
You know, it's
as
very
a
common.
person outside of the person wearing the outfit, you've seen that same person wear that outfit.
Like,
multiple times.
imagine you guys went on 3 dates and
They
it's-
wore
wear
that
the
same
same
outfit
outfit.
3 times.
like it looks good,
this
but it's the same outfit.
this was an episode on Seinfeld
This is yes.
where Jerry went on a date with this chick and they went on multiple dates and she wore the same exact outfit every time. And he was like curious, like, no way. This ain't happening. Like, does she not change? Is this her only wardrobe? What's going on?
These are definitely things to consider.
And
It's
that's
a-
what we have to consider
It's
right
just-
now. You've
yeah,
heard Seinfeld's
I'm glad
thoughts.
that this is the thing. All right, let's
heard
go.
Seinfeld
Let's dive
thoughts.
in, baby. Let's dive
Now, are you guys ready for your answer?
Mhm.
All right. On a count of 3, say whether it's green, red, or beige. 1, 2, 3.
Green.
Beige.
Beige.
Green.
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 You said beige?
I'm gonna say beige.
All right. So, what did you say, Alejandro?
I said beige.
Beige. Okay. So, like,
We're
with
more
me?
we're more on me, Alejandro, and Cedric are more on the spectrum of just like it's weird, but it's like not really something.
It's not
I
a
think
it's
it's
not
very-
a deal breaker.
It's
not a
case
deal breaker.
dependent, yeah, but it's not a deal breaker.
Yeah, it's like it's whatever. Honestly, like it'd be like, oh, I noticed that, but it's just not like something I'm just like, what the fuck? Why are
I
you wearing
would
the
think
same
that they
fucking
just
thing?
love the fit that much, you know?
I mean, if they look good, they look good.
Because I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I've worn the same fit multiple times.
You're
not-
gross. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I mean, clearly I washed it after wearing it the first time or the previous time.
As I would hope. Still got the
Yes.
cane stains on it.
You didn't hear that.
Why do you think that's a green flag, Kenny? Because we're more on the spectrum of just like, oh, it's all right, but it's not like really anything alarming.
All right, look. So it might seem weird to a lot of you guys, but imagine, right? You're going out with this girl. She fuck with you. You fuck with her. And then next time you guys hang out, she's wearing the same sweater that you're wearing. The first thing for you guys might be like, damn, like, what the fuck? Like, what? Why? You know? But for me personally, it's just like, damn, she cares about me and she wants to show people that we're in a relationship so much that she's willing to go out of her way to buy that and wear that multiple times, right? So she's willing to put on that same outfit to show people that she wants me, that we're
saying-
together.
Are you saying she's wearing the same sweater as you?
Yeah, I thought
No,
that's
no,
what it
no,
was.
no. It's just more like she wears the same outfit she's worn in concurrent.
Oh,
same outfits,
ah,
like,
even better,
they-
even better. Yeah, that's a green flag. That means she doesn't care. That means like,
What?
I mean, right?
I love it when my girl doesn't care.
No, no, no.
Green flag.
No, I know. This is
No, it
green.
was green
I was
all the way
green before.
already.
This is
Oh.
even more green now.
okay.
But it's like, bro, it just means that
Okay.
like she knows that you don't care about it, right? I wouldn't care personally if a girl's wearing the same outfit like 3 days in a row. I'll understand,
Oh,
and
so
it's like,
you're saying that it's a test, and their statement, like what they're trying to do is test you. Like, do they notice?
no. I'm just saying, like, if she wants to wear it 3 times in a row, she can. And I'm gonna look at her. I'm like, you know what? Like, it's good. You know, like,
You look good in it. Why not?
exactly. If you look good,
it's
in
not
it,
like dirty or anything like
As
that.
long
like,
as
it
it's
doesn't
not
look
like I can smell it.
I feel like me personally, even
Did
if
you
it,
want the smell?
even no, I
Hell
wouldn't want the
yeah.
smell, but even if it is dirty, like, dude, like I get it. I guess, you know, like,
You see
if
the same
you-
pizza
like,
stain
you got,
from the
like,
last day.
yeah, yeah.
if you
Well, I
if
mean-
you can't do whatever it is that you need to do, but you're still showing up to all of our dates and you're still the person that you're trying to be, then I'm gonna respect it more than if you're just like switching shit up, even though that you know that you can't.
At
You know,
that point, I think it'd kind of be a red flag because it's like, yo, you definitely you gotta have another shirt, right? It's like you're trying to impress me, right? Like this is the first couple of dates. Like,
Some
the
people
first 3
don't,
dates,
though.
Like, you know, like
some people don't though, and I feel like I would respect, because think about it, right? Like exactly what you're saying, right?
yeah.
If you went to a date for the first time
huh.
and if you put on your shirt, right? And then let's say for the second date you're like, fuck, like I can't wash my other clothes. I don't have another shirt, but you still go to it the second date. Doesn't that show you yourself that like, damn, I really want this person. I hope this person
Yeah, but
understands that
if-
I'm not in a position.
If I were in that position, I would be like, yeah, hey, I know I'm in the same shirt that you wore that you saw me in the first time, but I didn't have time to do my laundry.
Exactly, right?
I would
it's
explain that.
it's still the
and
same
it's
thing.
like,
all right,
it-
but he
it's-
didn't say that. He didn't say like, oh yeah, the second time they see you, they're gonna be like, ah,
Exactly,
da, da,
that's
da,
the
da.
thing. If they didn't feel the need to explain that, and I'm just like supposed to like left to wonder, I'm like, like
Like, hold on, they don't.
I feel like-
does
all right,
Smith
look.
have another shirt that they can. Put
All right,
on or
all right.
some
I'm
shit
just
like
gonna
that?
say, me personally,
Like,
I would.
even if it's just like a basic ass white T-shirt or some shit like that, or like you even could have stopped on a Target on the way like to your date and been like just picked up a shirt or some shit like that.
Some people just don't got it though.
Like shit, like I guess if shit is that dire, then it's like, damn, should you be dating, or should you be worried about like trying to get yourself out of
Do
that
they not all
situation?
deserve love? Does not everybody deserve
No,
love?
everybody does for sure. but it's
Exactly.
at the same time, It's it's not like- with me.
And then that's your own thing. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If you're saying if you're saying not with me, then it's like that's fine. But what I'm telling you is like everybody deserves something.
I think for sure, but I think like for me, it's like if this person can't even like they're trying to show up to a date and they can't even either they can't afford to buy a new shirt or they can't make the time to do laundry. It's like where are their priorities at? You know, it's like what are their responsibilities?
Exactly. That
Like,
should
what do they feel that they need to do? And it's like if they are looking for love or like whatever, while they can't even prioritize like, you know, either having the money to buy a shirt or having the time to do the laundry, then it's like, damn, should you really be looking for love? Like
exactly. You
that's what
you
I
just
think.
proved my point though, because you were saying like where are your priorities at,
Yeah.
right? Their priorities are paying rent. Their priorities are making sure they keep their job at the end of the month. What if they
But at
needed?
the same
What
time-
if they got to do laundry?
At the same time,
What
it's
if they
not
have
like-
to wait? Hold on, wait. What if they have to do laundry, but their laundry is their work uniform, and they couldn't put in that extra quarter to do their like normal shirt? You know, you're not gonna respect them more for that shit, right?
It
You're not
depends on
gonna-
their situation.
I
you
mean,
know? if they're like supporting like their
Are they
family or
doing
something like that?
just their work shirt, or are they doing just like
Like
you
All right,
can't
but-
assume they're doing
No,
the
no.
work shirt?
All right,
just
all
the
right.
work
No,
shirt.
but it's the same thing, right? Because like think about it, right? They do their work shirt. Let's say they got to do their
What they
their
just
bed
don't wash
sheets.
at all.
No, let's say they got to do their bed sheets. This imagine putting all of this in the washer and the dryer. That's a lot. That takes up space. You know,
Well,
what
what
if?
does that have to do with like clothing though? Because you're not wearing it.
No, you're not wearing it, but you're
I
still.
think that's irrelevant.
But you're still paying time to wash it.
yeah,
And that's what we're
okay,
talking
but what
about.
if they do and it's the same outfit, same drip, but it's clean every time?
that's what I said.
I'll
Like,
respect
as long
it,
as
too.
It's clean. Like I'm not tripping.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll
I don't
respect
give
it
a
too.
fuck.
No, I mean,
But like that's the thing.
If
it's
you
like,
see the same
hygiene.
lasagna stains from the last date
Yeah.
on the same date on the next date,
that's
Yeah, if I
that's
say
when it
it-
becomes
that's
green
when it
to
becomes
beige to red.
Yeah. That's
you
what
just see
that's
the same fit, just like
I'll eat
get
that
worse.
lasagna stain. That's all I'm saying.
Bang on, buddy.
I think that's what you meant.
Red
Red flag for you. That's I
That's a
just
good
feel
red
like
flag.
I feel like he tilted you more towards the red flag now. No, I think
Get
he
tilted, bro.
Get tilted. No, shut the fuck up, bitch. Because I said,
Whoa, hey,
this
yo.
ain't League of Legends, bro.
Hey, yo.
This ain't league, man.
Yeah.
Like,
This
tilted
is what I
does not
wanted.
mean the same thing
All right,
here
big
than it
cheers.
does in league.
Big
Where the
cheers.
fuck is your hat?
Whoever poured this, I hate you. You're mad.
I mean, I'm gonna
You're
take
mad.
it, but like,
You're mad.
You're
Red.
Whoever spilled, you're a bitch.
Not me. I think we all spilled at that point.
Not me though. I never spill.
I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, I've spilled a lot of times in this room.
Then again, like not more than you would say you do. Like I feel like you overplay you spilling because I feel like we've all spilled in the same.
I
amount.
overplay now because I have not spilled in a long time.
You have
I've been
not
so
spilled.
good.
That's
I've
like
been very
exactly.
good.
That's what I'm saying. It's
I've
like
been very
you
good.
have not spilled in a minute. So like every time you get excited, it's like, bro, you haven't spilled in like days.
Yeah.
So I'm
I've
just
learned.
like, I'm proud of you, but I was just like,
You miss it. All right. What's the
Nah.
next option?
Just purposely spill.
all right. So I'm sticking with my beige. Everyone's sticking.
I'm sticking to my
still gonna
beige.
sit-
I'm sticking
like
to
I
my
said,
beige. I'm
I'm
still
gonna
beige.
You're
I
like-
mean, you both have good
Because
arguments.
literally what you said was exactly what I pretend my fucking thing
The
was.
tilt-
Like as
the
long
tilt-
as it's clean,
the
like I'm not
tilt.
tripping about it.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, I mean same thing.
I'm
like,
not tilted about
if
it.
it's
Man,
clean, you
nobody's
wash
tilted.
it.
And he likes that musk. Even if you didn't wash it, if it's still clean, like
It's
and
all
you,
about
like, it worked the first
understanding.
time.
Yeah.
like,
It's
I
all
mean,
about
eventually,
understanding.
Nah, but
Alright,
like,
here's a
I
question
understand
for
what
you
you're
guys.
saying too.
Here's a
like,
question for you guys, though.
But like, what I mean,
There's
like,
there's
hang on,
there's
hang on.
there's
'Cause what
understanding
I
and then
mean
there's
is,
complacency.
No.
But then there's also
So
curiosity.
what I mean is like,
That's
yeah, you got your work uniform, like that's all you can afford, like you can wash right now or whatever, like
Like you're just
and
getting
you're
off of work.
supporting like 2 to 3 kids or some shit like that. Like you got like other responsibilities, or maybe like your parents or some shit. You're supporting them. I don't know if that's the case. Then yeah. But if you're only supporting yourself and you can't make the time
But
to
that's what I'm
wash
trying
laundry,
to tell you.
or you can't afford to buy a new shirt on the way, I'm like, you got only yourself to worry about, and you can't do that shit. Like, hang on, like that is a
That's-
red flag.
That's what I'm
right
trying
there.
to tell you though. Is like you don't know if it's the first date, even the second date, you don't know that.
Well, you won't
no,
know that
I
the
won't
first
know
or
that,
second.
of
Yeah.
course
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Or what date
I
is
won't.
this? Is it
But
the fifth date?
I think
and they're
I
still
can
wearing
know
the
like
same
a
shirt?
little
let's
bit of
assume it's
backstory
multiple
about
dates
them.
has happened.
I think I
Yes,
know a
I mean,
little bit of
if it's-
backstory about
alright.
them by the.
If
by
it's
the- like,
multiple
this-
dates,
no.
Because
which
like you
is
can't say
4
wear the
or
same outfit
more.
on the first date because like this is
Y'all
literally
should,
the
really,
first
y'all
date.
should really watch Seinfeld and then watch the episode I was referencing to, where Jerry goes on a date with this woman multiple times, and every time this woman's wearing the same outfit, and he goes on this whole like venture where he gets himself into her apartment and tries to
What the
like
fuck?
look through her wardrobe like there's
What
no
the
way this is all she wears, or like gets her to like change, right?
You're gonna miss the pants.
No, if you guys haven't seen Seinfeld,
That's
10/10 recommend.
No,
One of my
yeah.
top favorite sitcoms ever. I know it's old, takes place in the 80s.
Man,
But it's great. It became a great like learning curve for me to understand what the 80s was like, because I obviously didn't live it nor was I born in it. And it's cool, like it's nostalgic. Like I love shit like that. Like where you watch a series that takes place in an older time, like the setting is like back then. But Seinfeld is a classic, and it'll always be my top 8. But anyways, I
So
I am with you guys. Like if this person, I mean, there's like a check mark. It's like a checklist. Okay, this person is wearing the same fit every day. You get curious. But as long as it's clean, there's no funky smell, there's no funky stains, it's cool. But then like at some point you're like kind of curious, like why? And then, but for me, like I would actually I know myself. I would actually ask my date, like, hey, like I would
I
bring
thought
it
you
up.
were gonna say like
No,
I'm
I
gonna
would
check
bring
the
it up.
closet.
No, I would have go because like in the episode that I'm referring to, Jerry never bothered to like ask about it. He took into his own measures to like find out himself and like get himself invited to her place, check her wardrobe and all that shit, get her to like change and stuff. But like honestly, you can avoid all that with just by asking. You know, like you don't have to go through all that.
That sounds like Seinfeld as entirety. Like
Yeah, dude. It's
like you could just ask.
Yeah, it's like fuck around, find out. But like, exactly, like looking back on the series, I've seen it multiple times from beginning to end. All the characters are funny. They're great, and I've noticed that's like kind of like a pattern. Like when something is like out of place or it's like it's beyond them, they won't bother asking. They'll just try to figure it out for themselves. It's like, and then it just all goes downhill. Like
Yeah.
it never goes in their favor. It never
Especially
does.
with George. Especially with George.
Oh, George, dude.
Is that his name? Santa?
Sorry.
He's struggling.
Sorry,
bro.
I'm sorry.
He cannot remember.
I'm in it.
Bro, I'm starting to
there's
see like
Kramer- there's
the
Kramer.
Attack on
No,
Titan
it's George.
team coming
No,
out.
it's George. It's
It is
George.
George.
Yeah, it's because there's Kramer, there's George, there's Jerry, and there's Elaine.
Okay.
Yes. Fuck
So-
it. Dude, if you haven't seen Seinfeld, it's on Netflix, watch it. 10/10, I recommend. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry. You're the problem.
So
That's a red flag.
all right, so for the next red flag, we have has daddy issues. Everyone.
I have daddy issues.
Red flag.
That is a red flag.
Red flag.
I say it's a red
100%.
flag because, I mean,
But it's a red flag we can exploit. No, I'm just kidding.
no, and that's the red flag in itself because you
gonna
exploit
get
it
They're
to
gonna get you.
excuse
They're gonna
your
get you.
I'm also
actions
drunk.
and your behavior. No, shut up. I know this.
Let him cook.
Respectfully. please give me the time and day and our
You're a very aggressive
intervention.
host.
Let him cook.
I'd say red flag
has
too.
daddy issues.
Daddy issues.
That's
No,
definitely a red flag.
I say it's a red flag because a lot of people. Sorry.
All right. Let's Cedric.
You
Cedric.
go first.
No, you go first. You were saying something because I don't have anything to say right now.
Okay. Do I have your permission?
I just said yeah. Go.
You're the host.
I'm the host. Okay. Big Daddy's talking right now. So, for our red flag of our daddy issues, I strongly believe it is a red flag because a lot of people do exploit it, but not intentionally. You know, it's all trauma based, right? Could be women, could be men, they, them, whoever struggles with the lack of a father figure in their life. Because there's so much to learn from your father, so much to learn from a male figure. Whether they're present or not, that's just my experience, right? You know, because in my time, right? Like I have a father, had a father growing up,
Lucky.
but just because they're there, just because you have a father doesn't mean they're always there. You know,
Okay.
that's at least in my experience.
A little bit, yeah.
But just to go back on whether the daddy issues is a red flag or not, I feel like it is a red flag because there are those who will abuse it and have that be the excuse to their terrible behavior. You know, I mean, but it's all trauma. You know, at the end of the day, some people don't heal from it. Some people do. It's really up to the person. You know. Like,
You know what I hate? I hate women that come up to me and tell me, you know what, bro? You
think women are the ones who lack fathers? There are men out there who grow up to be fatherless too.
Oh,
You are
brother,
the problem.
brother.
You
I
are
don't.
part of the problem,
May
brother.
I be the problem? May I continue to be the problem?
He's
I don't give a
claiming
fuck.
to be the problem.
But I will tell you, you know what I hate? I hate when women come up to me and tell me, like, "Oh, you're not acting like a man." What do you know about a man? You ain't got no dad.
Yo, dude.
What do you know about being a good man? Your daddy wasn't there. You what? So tell me. Sit down. Tell me.
Oh, my
What do you
God.
know about a man being
okay.
a man or somebody being a good man?
See,
You ain't never had a father, right?
Damn.
All right, cut all that out.
No, I think that was very crucial. I think.
I got the background investigator on me, bro. Just cut that all out.
No, I think that's very crucial. That's very crucial to this episode. I say leave it at it. That was golden. That was golden.
If you leave it in here, I'm gonna lose my job. Just cut it all out.
Yo, dude, that's very crucial.
I'm just gonna have like a big sensor bug.
I think
No,
it's like pay for the actual exclusive, but make it exclusive.
The
There you go.
Patreon episode.
Yes,
Only for Patreon.
the Patreon. We should have Patreon.
I let that
Yeah.
pay money for the shit.
Yeah, it'll be like okay,
This is a great episode.
accept the terms and clause,
Conditions.
the terms and conditions to joining the Patreon. Okay, anyways, Keny had a great perspective on ordeal and life experience. Clearly, like he is not venting from the brain, but venting from his own
brain.
life. So yeah, to have daddy issues, I feel like it is a red flag in a sense, depending on the person who lives it. There are those who, you know, really, you know, share about their fatherless lives. I say it that way because that is what it is, not to be funny, even though it is a funny way to phrase it. Yeah, and then there are those who really do abuse that to forgive their issues, their mistakes, and their actions. But honestly, like, you can only blame your parents for so much for so long. You know, when you're a child to a teenager, but once you're a grown-fledged adult, you gotta start owning up for your mistakes. You can't be blaming your parents at this point. Like, nah, you're 24, 25, 26, 30. at that point, it's your fault. You can't blame your parents. Like, I'm sorry you grew up without a father or without a mother.
Or like not a stable father figure, because like I feel
Exactly.
like at
Yes.
one point, like you said, once you get a certain age, you can't keep blaming your parents, because like you're an adult now, you have your own decision to make. I get how they can really like affect your decision making, but at some point, like your parents, you're not a perfect person, and at the end of the day,
You are
parents
not your
definitely won't.
parents. You are not
I
your
think
parents.
it
Or like
depends
that's the goal. But
I
go
think
ahead.
that depends on like the situation of what happened with your parents.
Oh yeah, but
But
definitely,
also
I
like
feel
I think
I would-
but you're right in the sense that like by then like by now you can't be blaming them. You have to at least realize that like you got to do something about it by yourself. You know?
Yeah.
like at some
Like
point,
you
like
you might not be
I'm sorry.
perfect right now, but like yeah, at least like
I mean, no one's perfect until they finally grow up to it. But that's what it takes. You have to do the work to grow into it. I mean, not to be perfect, but to be better than you were yesterday. Right? Your parents, like, you can't blame them, as we all established.
we can't always blame them.
You can't always blame them. You know, you can only at some point, like, you have yourself. At the end of the day, you're the one taking care of yourself, and you may not like to hear it, but like when you fuck up, like you are to blame because like you fucked up. You can't fall back onto your parents or anybody. You know,
Like-
and like the whole goal with this generation today and the next is to always be better than your parents were ever. You know, because that's what your parents would have wanted you to be better. So like, why not? Why not be better? Why would you rather fall back on your parents as an excuse for your sick behaviors than not be better? You know what I'm saying? That's what makes it a red flag in itself.
I just feel like as adults, like as fucked up as their parents can be, and they can be very fucked up as adults, especially growing adults. You
Yeah.
gotta have accountability.
Sometimes you may think like, oh, it's too hard, it's too much, but like, no, trust me. You're tougher than you realize you are. You're tougher than you think. We, as Drunk Talks and Empty Thoughts, believe in you. For the viewers who are going through it and relate. You got this. You got this.
And also,
It's in
it
the
gets
bag.
harder. It gets harder.
Sometimes
We're
it
young,
gets harder. Yeah,
and it
sometimes
will
it
get
gets
harder. Like,
But the more older you get, you gotta realize like it gets easier. You know, it really does. As as you start dissociating yourself, or I mean, not dissociating, reassociating yourself, recollecting, coming back to yourself, and loving yourself more, it gets easier. Fuck these motherfuckers. You either do it or you don't. Drip or drown. Literally, bruh, you either fucking do what you're supposed to do or you don't. And if you don't do it, you're drowning. If you do, you're fucking surviving. That's all that it is. What do you got to say, Cedric?
I feel like my boy Keny got a good point.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm telling you. Look,
this
bruh,
is
hey,
campgrounds
for all the privates
you
out there.
have
Sergeant
to.
Keny gonna tell you straight up: you drip or you drown.
That's the truth right there, though.
Ain't nobody gonna babysit you, right? As much as these motherfuckers trying to tell you, oh yeah, do your best, like everybody's
Nah,
gonna be there, da, da, da.
But some of these motherfuckers' parents will babysit you. You know that's the thing. Like some people have that mindset of being babysit. You know, and it's like some people have that privilege. Like they will, right? But like for people that don't, like you have to do it. Like you got to. Like, you have no choice because you don't have that privilege. You know, like
Exactly.
You gotta
What
do that
Cedric
shit,
is saying right now
or
is
you
the
will
most
not make
realest
it,
shit I've
you know?
ever heard in my entire life. There's people who, believe it or not, do not have the chance to fail. Motherfuckers gotta survive.
Yes.
Motherfuckers gotta do what they gotta do. If you fail, it's over for you. You're gonna be a bum for the rest of your life. Your kids gonna be a bum for your rest of your life. Your grandkids gonna be a bum for for the rest of their lives. Yo, kids gonna be a bunch for the rest of your life. So you know what you gotta do? You gotta take advantage of what you got right
now. You got to do the best that you can do right now.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you know what? When you're dying in your bed, when you got your great grandma or great grandkid right next to you, when you got your fucking sister next to you, when you got your brother next to you, you know what they're going to say? They're going to say good luck. But you know what? When you're sitting there, you know what you can tell yourself? I did what I could. Right? You going to look at the camera. You going to look at God in the face and you're going to say, you know what, bruh? I did what I could. And that's all anybody could ever ask for in their entire lives, right? That's the only thing in your entire life. It don't matter what you do. You could work as a Target cashier for your entire life, right? But if that's the most that you could do, that's all you could do, right? You could be the president in the entire world, right? President of the United States, president of Russia, president of China, right? But when you're in the deathbed, that's all you could do, right? So you know what? Everybody just gotta do what they gotta do. You gotta make sure you could do what you gotta do. Don't look at no excuses. Don't make fucking examples out of yourself. Do what you have to do.
Make the most of what you can
Make
do.
the
Hell
most
yeah,
of
man.
what you can fucking do. Cedric's my
It
motherfucking
ain't
man.
just like,
Cedric, my boy, said it himself right now. Make the
Yeah.
most of what you fucking can do, right? Because as far as we know, this is all we got.
Yeah, just
Right.
honestly don't hold anyone accountable for your actions. You gotta hold yourself, because at the end of the day, it's good luck to you. And when you're on your deathbed and someone's telling you good luck, that's very weird. Because honestly, don't feel bad for the dead. Feel bad for the living, because they're still going. I would
Facts.
say good luck to you, because I've done my shit. You're still going. I'm out. I'm about to meet God himself.
Exactly.
What are you doing with your life?
Exactly.
What are you doing with your life?
Exactly. That's what you want to say when you're
Yes,
at your
sir.
deathbed. That's what you want to say on your
dude,
deathbed.
I see you, man.
On
You
your
had the right
deathbed,
idea.
that's what you
You
gotta
want
say.
some.
You just gotta say good luck to whoever's next, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You just
Pass
have
it
to
on.
you have to do what you can for yourself in this time with what you have, right? It sucks, bro. I've gone through my own fair shit, right? But at the end of the day, this is the mentality that I'm sticking with. It's like I'm doing what I can with what I have, and that's what everybody should try to do, right? No matter how bad it is. And if you got some fucked up, the most heinous shit, the most I'm about to become Joker type shit, but you did something small, then that's good. But just keep it pushing. Don't ever fucking just like give up. Don't ever give up on yourself and say, you know what?
Don't stop trying.
Don't stop trying. It sounds corny. It sounds fucking whack as fuck, but it's true. Just do what you gotta do. At the end of the day, you're the only one who's gonna be there for yourself when you're dying.
Yeah.
And when you're dying and when you're looking at whatever it is that you're looking at,
Like, wish good luck to the
you're only
person
gonna have
next.
your own accomplishments to look at.
yeah, you're only gonna be looking at yourself. You're only gonna be looking at what you did or what you didn't do. So make the most of it, And it's true. And I'm like what I said before. It sounds corny, right? Because everybody says that shit, but it's the truth. Because at the end of the day, whatever everybody else is saying is what's gonna happen. So when you're stuck by yourself with nobody, nothing else, you're dying. You got your fucking grandkid holding your hand. You got your niece holding your hand. They're saying goodbye. Just make sure that whatever it is that you did in this life was worth it.
Oh, yeah, because like when it comes to when my time comes, I know exactly what I'm gonna say to the people who are on my deathbed. Like, hey, no,
Yeah, never mind. No, yeah. No,
I mean, maybe you might, and rightfully so. I'm not gonna judge you. I'm not gonna judge your last words, but like, I know what I'm gonna say.
What would be your guys' last words if you guys could
that's
choose
a
them?
good question. All right, ask them, bro.
Well, yours was already fuck you.
Nah, I'm gonna come up with another one.
Nah, all right, fine. We'll go back to you. What's yours, RJ?
Do what you can, because I know I did.
That's a good one. Fuck with that.
Also, suck my dick. I'm like,
Suck my dick.
I'm like,
I'm out. Peace.
peace.
Outro music.
Yeah.
I'm not even. I'm gonna play that old YouTube like like outro music where it's like just intrusive dubstep. You know, like at my funeral, like the first thing you have to play is like intrusive dubstep. You have to.
What is it? It's
And now that I say that, my grandkids are gonna be doing that shit for me,
yeah.
and I appreciate you. You have a mic right there.
Oh yeah. Well, let's go, RJ. Alright, you are RJ.
I am RJ.
Cedric.
There's a
My
sexy
last
man,
words.
Cedric.
My last words.
Wait, final words.
Well, yeah, because
Don't we have more questions?
No,
No, like-
on your deathbed.
Oh yeah.
Deathbed,
Oh,
on your
deathbed.
deathbed, your final
Um,
words.
Yeah, no, my
I don't know. I'd probably just be like, yeah, I hope y'all motherfuckers do better than me. Like, yeah, like, I don't know. I hope y'all learned from like whatever I had to say, like whatever my experiences were, and like you can take that and do better than I did, you know? Because like at the end of the day, the way I see it is like as you get older, your usefulness turns from like maybe your brain or your like your body, right? Like you're either using your body for like in your job for like blue collar or white collar, right? But like as you get older, that shit turns like either you can't do that as much, probably both of them. So it's like if I'm not like you passing on my experiences to like the next generation, then what good am I? Like I might as well be dead. Like so like I'm like as I get older, yeah, I hope you can do better than me based off of like whatever I said. Like that's the usefulness of the elderly people, in my opinion. Like, like
You say all that?
I feel like elderly people that are just old and bitter and like don't do anything, like bitch, you're just wasting my oxygen. Like just die already. Like for real. Like if you are not wise when you're older, then what has your life been for? Like you have to have learned something. You have to have had some sort of like wisdom or like experience to pass on to the next generation. If you're just old and bitter and you're mad and you're like whatever, like you deserve to make people's lives worse, like you just die already.
Wasted energy is always gonna end up with wasted wisdom.
Waste of energy, waste of oxygen.
Waste of skin, waste of space.
Yeah. And like everybody's different. Like maybe you're just only passing that shit on to your family or something like that. But like in the same sense, like if you're old, I feel like you should be trying to make the world a better place. Like, what else can you do, right?
Yeah.
That's the way I see it.
Is that your last words?
Just drop it. That's like no words. Just kidding.
Sheesh. No pressure. An eye for an eye leaves the world blind, but you leave the beholder their true eyes. You can teach them how to have a better future in time.
Okay.
Yes, sir. That would be my advice. That would be my last words.
What? Your grandchildren would be confused.
No, it's not confusing because an eye for an eye leaves the world blind, referencing Gandhi, right? But you leave the beholder their eyes and you teach them to have a better future in time.
But if an eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind, then the beholder doesn't have their eyes.
No, that's why I said but you leave them their eyes, you can teach them to have a better future within time.
So the world isn't blind.
No,
You're
because
invalidating
it's supposed it's not validating my statement. It's to show both sides. It's to show both sides. Because the first half,
I think you're
You-
just trying to rhyme. Like, no, because like, an eye for an eye release a whole are blind. You're saying they're blind.
okay, pay attention. An eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind. But you leave the beholder their eyes,
So then I'm
you
blind.
can teach them
So your first statement is
a better future within time. So rather than taking an eye for an eye, let them keep their eyes and take it within yourself to teach them that there could possibly be a better future for themselves if you give them time. That's what I'm trying to say. I hate this podcast so much. This is the last time I ever make an appearance. Will I come back on the next episode? Find out next time.
Don't close it. You can't end it.
Or
I am
do you want
in the host
these?
chair.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can
yeah.
close this shit whenever
You
I
want-
want. I think it's about that time that I leave the
Oh
whole
my
world
God.
blind because there's no other fucking choice. But like, this is what I'm trying to say in my last words, my deathbed. You know, like, do better, but don't hurt the world within the process. That's all I'm trying to say. Maybe I should have just dumbed it down to
You
that.
should have said that.
I should have
in
just
the
dumbed it
first
down to
place.
that. But
Definitely
maybe I
should.
wanted to rhyme. Can you blame me for wanting to rhyme? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yes, you can.
Sorry,
blame
the
him.
translation
You
got
can
lost.
Definitely
Alright,
blame him when
translation
it doesn't
got
make
lost.
any sense
But
at
yes,
all.
my-
That's right.
Last words on my deathbed is to do better, be better. If you're ever sorry, don't be sorry. Be better. But don't hurt the people in the world within the process.
That's so
So,
cool.
yeah.
That's so cool. I love that. Mine are basically like nobody ever knows. Fuck it, do whatever you want.
That's it. Yeah. Do whatever you want. Or don't.
those are my death
That's good. I think we all have good death words.
Let's have another shot.
Shot right here. It's already served. The
Greatest podcast.
I need to take a piss.
Come on, Cedric. Come on, Cedric.
Cedric.